Ladies and gentlemen, the following bout is a non-title singles contest set for one fall. Introducing first. And prove that he is the best wrestler in the world today. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome his winning, Robbie Dynamite.
They've got ring announcer Andy Wilden said Robbie Dynamite was a part of that invading force calling themselves the All-Stars. They first appeared here in IPW in this very building back in September at the 5th anniversary show. Dynamite and his tag team partner Mikey Whiplash picking up a big upset win against the Cartel on that night. And now tonight in singles competition, Dynamite with a chance to pick up a big non-title win against one of the men who holds championship gold here in IPW.
Ladies and gentlemen, once more, Robbie Dynamite! And ladies and gentlemen, introducing his opponent. He hails from the jungle. He is the current reigning undisputed British Cruiserweight Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and make some noise for the high-flying sensation, the Lion!
Last time we were here in Sittingbourne back in November for the Brawl at the Hall, in one of the most memorable opening contests in IPW history, the Lion Kid finally won championship gold against Mark Haskins, who had been the champion for almost a year. Tonight a non-title match, Dynamite not officially a cruiserweight, but the Lion Kid nonetheless one of the most popular new stars, one of the stars to emerge here in IPW during the past year, and a big challenge for him tonight. Lion Kid not particularly keen to hand over his championship belt. So an interesting match on the way, Dynamite and the Lion Kid. And what a feather in the cap it would be for Dynamite and his buddies. If he could pick up a win against one of IPW's champions, would add a lot of weight to his case that these are the guys who are going to invade IPW during 2010. Referee Chris Roberts getting them in their corner, and we're underway. Crowd here firmly behind the Lion Kid. Arguably, of course, the most impressive start to a career in IPW history, the Lion Kid. This is his second match in the company, winning that cruiserweight title in an epic match. Kid goes behind, Paul Nelson by Dynamite, tries to pick him up, take him down to judo throw, but Lion Kid with that hat-like agility.
He pulled the ties.
Dynamite complaining that Lion Kid had a handful of tights apparently. I certainly didn't see that. This, of course, Dynamite's third match here in IPW since him and the rest of his gang of hooligans, for want of a better word, invaded here in September. As I said, beating the Cartel at the 5th anniversary show, then losing that annual 6-man Brawl at the Hall match here in November. Certainly no slouch in there though. You can see Dynamite, great technical skills as he's got the Lion Kid all wrapped up. Pressing that chin on the knee between the shoulder blades, this young champion. Kid trying to find a way out. Relying on his agility and rolls through to release the hold. That's exactly what the Lion Kid is going to have to rely on. He's going to pick up a win tonight. Drop toe hold. A step ahead of Dynamite at the moment as the Kid got that side headlock applied. Dynamite rolls it through into a pin and only gets a 1 count. Well, we saw Dynamite a minute ago complaining about Lion Kid having a handful of trunks, and it looks to me like Robbie Dynamite trying to grab the mask of the Lion Kid. Kid just tenaciously hanging on to that side headlock. Goes to the ropes now, Dynamite underneath, leapfrog. Right, there's that agility again, we've talked about it so many times, there's an arm drag. Kid once again showing some of that speed, some of the reasons he's been able to claim championship gold so quickly here in IPW. Dynamite saw him coming that time. Tried for a backdrop, Kid from behind. The drop kick into the upper back sends Robbie Dynamite to the outside, and the Lion Kid milking the applause of this sitting-born crowd. Dynamite back in. You've got to think he's getting a little bit frustrated. I'm not sure he knows how to handle this young opponent. You saw him go straight back to the outside there. I think he's having to rethink his strategy a little bit. And not that I have any sympathy for Dynamite. I think he spits like that, but he's got a tough job here. These IPW fans certainly aren't going to cut any slack to Dynamite or any of these invading All-Stars. You saw the reaction Danny Garnell got. Wait a second, he picked him up. I tried to slam him down, and instead, Lion Kid with the counter sends Dynamite head first into the steel ring post. The Lion Kid is roaring now. Kid rolls Dynamite back in. Now this Kid's got so much tenacity. You can see him taking a beating, and Dynamite just trying so many different ways to do damage. Kid gets only 2. Lion Kid, we're told, learns to fight escaping hyenas over in the Serengeti as a young cub. And I don't know if any hyenas hit him that hard. A big uppercut, the upper chest from Dynamite. This crowd, you can see, starting to slightly get to Dynamite. He's trying to zone them out. I would think the only man in the arena who wants himself to win. Tries to roll through Lion Kid into a pin. What they say about cats, they always land on their feet. Now he's using those feet. Should I say pause? Kid growling, trying to force Dynamite up into a suplex. Lion Kid very popular with our younger fans. You can hear them chanting for him on the outside. Dynamite has got the Kid up. On his shoulders, nowhere to go. Maybe a torture rack, but instead he's picked it up and delivers a punishing backbreaker. Now honing in, keeping the damage going on that lower back. Big boot. Right into the spine, and now I'll see if he can turn this over. It could all be over because the damage he's just done, and he has for that Boston crab, putting his entire body weight down on the lower back. The Lion Kid, if the Kid can't get to the bottom rope, he'll have to tap here. Lion Kid is inching towards the rope. I'm not sure he can make it. Doesn't he have the energy in it? He's roaring, he's trying. Dynamite has pulled him back. Dynamite has pulled him back. The champion may have to tap out to Robbie Dynamite. Dynamite, he's lost the hold. He's trying to pick it up, and he's changed it into a bear hug. Look where those hands are. The hands, again, putting more pressure. More and more pressure on that lower back. Screaming, yelping in pain, the Lion Kid. Talked about his tenacity. This is where it's got to really come into play. He's managed to escape, but straight back in. Straight back into that bear hug. And now Dynamite changes it into a gutbuster. Now there is back no favours at all. Being dropped on your stomach like that. The abdominal muscles, the lumbar muscles of the spine, so intricately connected, and you do damage to one, you do damage to the other. That's the rationale you've got to think Dynamite is using now. Whatever else you say about Dynamite, he's a keen student of the human anatomy. He knows exactly what he's doing, which body parts to focus on. Anyone who's ever had a lower back injury will know that if your back's not working properly, it feels like your whole body shuts down. You'll lose 90 or even 100% of that agility if he doesn't have the mobility in his lower back to do those fast-paced moves that are the centerpiece of his arsenal.
Ain't no kid beating me. Ain't no kid.
The Lion Kid is just completely out of it. Dynamite picking him up, but he's taking his time, and you'll note this now. Robbie Dynamite has managed to change the pace of this match to suit himself. A much slower, much more methodical style. He's taking the risk when he wants to take it. Drops the knee, and by doing so, he's able to increase the chance that those risks will pay off. Nearly paid off in a big way there. Nearly got the win. He may get it here. This time he hooks the leg. Kid just trying with all his might to stay in this. He's a young man who has aspirations of becoming the king of the jungle here in IBW. Well, he's dealing with one of our most accomplished beasts right now. Dynamite smashes the face of his opponent into that top turnbuckle. There's protective padding on there, but it's not very thick. It's hard steel underneath that thin layer of padding. Focusing again now on the abdomen, just thrusting that shoulder hard in. Here comes Lion Kid, look at that agility. He's still got something left in him. Right hand, it was blocked. Oh my! Did you see that? Changing direction in mid-air, and he dropped Dynamite on his head with a DDT. What? Will that be the turning point that the Lion Kid needs tonight here at No Escape? You can hear the crowd trying to Get some energy back into the body of the Lion Kid. He's feeding onto them here. Dynamite is fighting back, exchanging forearms, both men. Another titanic struggle in a Lion Kid match in Sitting Bull. We've seen this before in November. Here comes Dynamite. Kid able to take him down. The Lion Kid moves on the second rope. Will he get it here? Will he get it here? No, he won't, because Dynamite once again gets that shoulder up. You can see though, he's got a bit more energy in him now, the Lion Kid. Starting to believe, I think, that he can win this despite all the punishment his lower back and his abdomen's been through, but landed hard on the back there, and thought that was all. It wasn't. Dynamite thought it was as well, and now look at him, he's getting incredibly frustrated. I'm not even sure, I don't even know if Dynamite knows how to beat this kid now. There's got to be a part of Dynamite who's finding it embarrassing. He can't just finish this one off. He's so much more experienced than the Lion Kid. Been wrestling 3, 4 or 5 times a week for over a decade now. Whereas this kid, as we said, gets his third match. This Lion Kid with a runner, a Hurricane runner off the top rope and all. Got such explosive offenses. The Lion Kid, you never know where his next attack's going to come from. If you take your eye off the ball with him for a second, he can deliver a big move, a game changer like that one. Dynamite cuts him off here. A big neck breaker. That may have knocked him out. Look at the viciousness of that pin, just thrusting the forearm and then the knee to the side of the face of the Lion Kid as he went for the pin, but still only able to get 2. Robbie Dynamite is finding, I think, that it's not as easy to invade IPW as he's perhaps hoped in the past few months. He's picking up the Lion Kid now. Got him in the corner and then he's trying to unmask him. Robbie Dynamite is trying to unmask the Lion Kid. Ripping and tearing at those laces. Oh, he's escaped! Lion Kid escaped! Dynamite lands awkwardly on the second turnbuckle. The Lion Kid is going high. The Lion Kid will fly! Oh my! A shooting star press, and the Lion Kid picks up the win, and a huge win over Robbie Dynamite. He is one to watch in 2010. The man who in just 3 matches here in IPW remains undefeated. And against the odds is the holder of the undisputed British Cruiserweight Championship. What a performance and what a win again in Sitting Bull for this young man. Bad news for Dynamite. He's now lost 2 of his 3 matches here in IPW. Back to the drawing board for the invasion plan for the All-Stars. The Lion Kid tonight giving Robbie Dynamite a taste of just how hard it's going to be to climb the ladder here in IPW UK.